A Portsmouth man who died in a plane crash this week left a big hole in the community.
Michael Buxton was a clinical psychologist who made a difference in hundreds of lives. Dr. Buxton was at the controls when this small plane crashed at Norfolk Botanical Garden. It was just a few hundred yards away from the runway at Norfolk International Airport. Two of his friends on board also died. All new at 5, 10 of your size Janine Reyes just talked to one of Dr. Buxton's patients. Janine.
Well, Tom, not only did he make a difference in the lives of his patients, and remember, many of them are children with special needs, but we sat down with a patient today who says all of the treatment he's had in the last 10 years, Dr. Buxton's been the only one to have an impact. He feels the doctor is irreplaceable.
He was the first one that I was able to open up to and feel comfortable with without being judged.
Matt Brinton says over the last 10 years of his life, he struggled with PTSD and clinical depression, and it all started with a life in foster care.
Depression and anxiety, it's a very hard thing to live with every day.
Which is why he sought help, and time after time he could not find a doctor he trusted. Trust, an essential element in mental health care. Then about a year ago, by sheer luck, Matt says he found Dr. Buxton.
Dr. Buxton was the first doctor that I met who took the time to listen to me, understand where I was coming from.
Buxton always just a phone call away. Matt saw the doctor last Tuesday. His next appointment would have been this morning, making today that much more difficult for Matt to get through.
It's a void that, I don't know how I'm going to be able to fill that now.
His office painful for patients to see.
I went over by the office just to go see it one more time, and there's a locked door, and they had the notice on the door, the unforeseen circumstances.
The note goes on to say the office is closed until further notice. Matt says the small staff, consisting of the doctor's wife and him, felt familiar and comfortable, and coming back to see someone else just may not be an option. How difficult is it for you to go out and try and find another provider?
I don't know that I can. At this point in time, I don't know that I can.
Many patients of Dr. Buxton's were children. We had a lot of parents on Facebook mentioning they struggled with the best way to tell their children about Buxton's death. We did try calling the office today. We got no answer, so we don't really know yet if another doctor will take over Dr. Buxton's practice. But as you heard Matt talk about, this kind of treatment is much more difficult to find than, say, an eye doctor or an internist, since you have to feel comfortable in order for that therapy to work. Buxton will be buried on Sunday. Live in the newsroom, Janine Reyes, 10 on your side.